Story 1. Fedora Hat Creep. This happened at the bus stop a morning before school. The bus stop is right in front of my house. There's a kid who lives down the road from me, has the same bus stop. Let's call him FH for Fedora Hat. I'm just going to say Fedora Hat because I'm reading it and not, yeah. Fedora Hat wears fedora hats, has long hair, creepy but still nice, typical milady stuff.
Excuse me, milady.
One day we were alone at the bus stop and I was waiting for my neighbor, who is my best friend, to come to my rescue. We can see her house from the stop. To make small talk, I say something along the lines of, I always catch myself looking over at my best friend's house waiting for her to come. Fedora Hat agrees, but then makes a weird comment.
It's like we get the binoculars and just look out our window.
Then he decides to turn towards my window, invisible binoculars in hand, and say,
Oh, look at OP's nice round boobs.
I nervously laughed, but inside I was screaming. The creepiest part is I never told him which window was my room. Oh, and a few weeks later, me and my best friend were in my room, and she looks out of my window and realizes his bedroom window has a clear view of mine. The end. Ew.
Yeah. Ew. That's so gross.
I know his hands are clammy. I just fucking know.
You know that he smells like nacho cheese Doritos too.
He looks like the Pillsbury Doughboy. His hands are clammy. He smells like nacho cheese
greasy,
Doritos.
acne all over, and not because he can't help it, but because he never washes his face.
He doesn't fucking shower, which is why his hair is super greasy.
Yeah, he showers once a month when his mom tells him to.
Mm-hmm. And he's confused why girls look at him weird.
Yeah, she comes downstairs and she's like, Billy, you haven't showered in a month and my whole house smells like McDonald's. I need you. And she gets him in there and gives him a little sponge bath because that's what mamas do.
That's what mamas do.
Mamas of fedora hat wearing miladies do.
Ew. I hate that.
Yeah.
I wish they told him to kick rocks and shove it.
Oh, yeah. No, it's super weird that, I mean, obviously he knows because he's looking at her like the girl next door kind of vibe. And that's what's so gross is that he is, to him, it's a romantic.
Yeah. Romantic?
Yes. I was like romantical, It's
Were you going to
right
say romanticy?
There. Yeah.
Dark romanticy.
Me listening to Credence right now. But yeah, he's thinking it's the girl next door, and she's like, this guy's watching me through my window at night.
Yeah.
Used to. He had big binoculars, and he would watch people out the window with his binoculars.
Outside of your window, like he's standing inside?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. One time, we lived in Austin, and we lived across the street from this memory care home, and he would sit and watch the old people walk outside.
I mean, better that they're walking outside and not just in their house.
Yeah, for sure, but
What a strange little hobby.
I know. I don't know if I'll keep that in there.
Yes.
But
He's like, there's Ethel again. Anyway.
one time I stayed at this little cabin in Missouri on this guy's property, and I was in the kitchen with someone. We were making out.
As you do.
And I looked out the window of the door, because there's a door or a window in the door. And I looked out, and the guy, I shit you not, it was probably one of the scariest things in my life. I'm not going to lie. I don't know why this is all coming back to me. I was so excited about it at first, and then the fear came back, because I'm just imagining myself how it felt. But I turned around, and I looked up, and I made eye contact with the old man who was sitting in his dark house with just a light behind him, like one dim light, staring and watching me through the window. And it's dark outside in the middle of nowhere, Missouri.
Yeah.
In the middle of nowhere. And
that's like a horror movie.
That's
the first 15 minutes of a horror movie.
Yeah, and there was a back room that was locked with a skeleton key, and then there was a door on the outside, so I was like, he can just come in. We could have come in the house anyway, but yeah, immediately after that, I was like, I want to go to bed. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so same sort of vibe.
That's wild. I don't know.
You know how everyone says that you have a naked neighbor?
I'm
the
I
naked
used to
neighbor.
be the naked neighbor. Now I'm on the first floor. I'm no longer fifth floor. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's fair.
First, someone could like knock up and be like, "Hey,
Hey, I like that free show."
Looks
They
pretty
just
good.
like tuck a $10 bill
yeah."
in your balcony.
They show
Hey,
up
keep it
every day
going.
at 5:15.
You get home, you got to take your work clothes off, and then they're sitting there, binoculars in hand, one hand.
He's like, matching today, nice.
Nice, like that. One of my
Here we go again.
I'm like saying the worst stuff today. One of my first pickup lines on Quentin was, "I'm wearing matching underwear, and I only do that for special occasions."
Fool.
If you go up and ask him, "Hey, what was the first pickup line Addison used on you?" He'll tell you that exact thing.
What was the first pickup line I used on you?
The point where you told me you were wearing matching underwear?
I know a girl, her pickup line one night was, "I brought a raincoat. Do you want to swim?" So raincoats are condoms.
Oh.
100% effective, as it turns out.
Oh.
Yep.
I feel like anything's effective on a guy, though. Yeah. Anyway.
Ew, what a little freak. I hope he realizes what a little freak he is and he just stops.
That's a problem.
Nobody likes that. They don't realize it.
They don't realize it. You've seen Don't Worry, Darling. They just
Yeah.
go till the end.
They're just like, well,
They just get more and more incel
obviously
as the days
something's wrong with
pass.
the woman and nothing's wrong with me.
Yeah.
Because I was told I was perfect.
Mama told me I'm perfect. Mama told me I don't need to change at all.
I don't need to ever wipe the Dorito dust off my fingers.
No, my
This is
my
what girls
Mountain Dew,
want.
my Baja Blast is sitting next to me, and it's an empty cup, and now it's filled with pee. And you know what? My mom will come downstairs and rinse that out because she loves me.
You know, I always thought that I would want like at least one child. I'm like, what if it was a milady?
You have
Some
to
people
them.
don't want a child.
Not condoning child violence, but
A small amount of shame.
a lot of shame. If
Yeah.
I had a milady child, it would be constant shame every day. I'd be like, "You're a fucking loser." They'd probably
Fedora's
try to
just
kill me,
gone.
but
I have to be, my mom hated me.
yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen the guy on TikTok who does the transformative haircuts, and he does so
Yes.
many miladies?
Yep. Yep.
That's
It
always
really
very
is
interesting.
a shower and a haircut and maybe some
Brushing your teeth.
brushing your teeth.
Brushing your teeth's important. Anyway, she's not the girl next door. She is technically the girl next door, but you're the Disturbia man next door.
Literally, they're in two different movies.
Yeah, completely. It's like whenever they add different music to different movie trailers. Have
Yeah.
you seen the ones where they turn Twilight into a horror movie? That's my favorite one.
Yeah. Well,
It's so good.
if you're Charlie Swan, it is.
Yeah, that's fair.
I saw this thing that I like didn't think of where they were talking about when Charlie hugs Bella when she's a vampire for the first time, and he's like, yeah, they can. He realizes that she feels cold and hard. Oh,
Hank.
hi. It's like, what the fuck was that?
It's like, dog, down here.
But yeah, she feels like cold and hard, and he's a police officer, and he's around dead bodies a lot, and he knows what a dead body feels like, and he's like, what the fuck?
Well, she's supposed to be porcelain.
Yeah.
So it's like hugging a porcelain doll,
Very strange.
which would be so weird. Imagine hugging me and I'm just like clink, 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 clink.
The clinking is what's so funny.
Can I help you, sir?
She didn't have to make that canon, and she did.
Yeah, I don't know why that was such a big driving plot. I heard a Reddit story today on the Smosh Reddit podcast.
Okay.
And it was an Am I the Asshole? And she set an ultimatum, or her boyfriend set an ultimatum that she couldn't listen to audiobooks anymore.
Huh?
Because she would listen to like romance novels and stuff, but some of them weren't even smutty.
Yeah.
Like at one point, during this exact issue, she was listening to Twilight with her headphones on.
Okay.
And
yeah.
her boyfriend came up and yanked her headphones off and was like, stop listening to that. And she's like, I'm literally listening to a teenage romance that a Mormon woman wrote.
Right.
And so he was like, it makes me feel insecure because you're wanting a relationship like that and I can't give it to you. And that's just not, what's the word?
Fair.
No, when something is out of the realm of being possible.
Impossible.
No. Oh my God, what's the word? Not a fever dream, but like basically like a pipe dream.
Delusional?
Yeah, essentially. Like that's delusional. It'll never happen. That's too far out of reach.
Yeah.
And so he was like, you have to stop listening to them or I'm going to break up with you.
So first of all, he has no aspirations.
He was cheating on
I just
her.
of course he was. They always are.
They always are.
Yeah.
Insecure men.
I hate that.
No.
See, okay. Bettina has listened to all of ACOTAR and all of Fourth Wing, and she's made Max start also listening to them, and so he gets to like a little spicy scene. He's like, oh.
It's good for you.
Okay.
First of all, I will say, on this little tangent that we're going on, people who shit on smut or any sort of romance read one.
Yeah.
Enlighten yourself.
Yeah.
Give yourself a good time.
It's fine.
Because it's just like porn, except you're not objectifying real people.
Right.
It's completely fiction. And you can picture whoever you want.
Yeah.
Whoever you want in the world, you can picture them. And it's not a real person being objectified and sold for their body. Mm-hmm. Love sex workers, obviously.
Yeah.
But I would prefer to read my porn than watch a really dramatized, aggressive version of it.
I like the story all around it. Is it always a good story? No.
No, but I liked it. Yeah.
I enjoy the journey.
Yeah.
That got us to where we are.
Like I always say, that trend on TikTok where that woman was like, books I loved and my husband loved, but he didn't read.
Yep. Yep. There's a throne scene in Iron Flame, and I have the dramatic audio, and like because we talk about it so often, so Lee's been like, what are you even reading, like what is this? So I was like, don't worry, I'll show you. So like I've read like parts of the book that are like a little spicy, and then like parts of the book that are just normal, like straight plot, here's what we're doing. Like it's a real book too.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
But he was asking, he's like, what's the spiciest scene? And I was like, don't worry. I pulled up the dramatic audio. I like put on the throne scene, and he's just like doing like all the faces where we're freaking out. And then I thought he was going to pause it because he like walked toward the computer, and then she said something else. He's like, oh my God.
The dramatic audios are always so much better too. Because don't get me wrong, I love a good audiobook scene. It's okay, especially when it's a duet, so there's a man and a woman reading at the same time. I can still do the woman narrating everything. That's fine. I'm fine with that. But there's something about the graphic audio that it's just like, that is actual porn. You're not watching it. There's moaning.
The slogan is a movie in your mind, and they deliver.
If you have not listened to a graphic audio, get on it.
Yeah.
All of ACOTAR is on a graphic audio. Iron Flame and Fourth Wing and all that are on graphic audio. Zodiac Academy is on graphic audio. Mm-hmm. What else is?
There's
there's another one from
Crescent
Fire
City,
and
but I
Ash.
didn't get into that.
Crescent City was too Monster High for me.
I didn't like it.
Yeah, but from Fire and Ash is also another one. I keep tapping my nails. Another one that's on dramatic audio that I have on my wish list on Libby. But yeah, they're so good. If you like romance, even if you don't, we have some male listeners.
Any book is probably also good.
Yeah, any book is good to listen to or read or dramatic audio. Yes,
Yeah.
but We've got a lot of male followers now, which is kind of cool.
We've got male followers?
Yeah, very interesting. Hey, you 10. But men, you should also read them because
I feel it boosts your relationships.
it does
Gives you ideas.
Gives you ideas, and it also helps you realize how women want to be treated.
Yeah.
So if you want a textbook, that is actually a guideline. Mm-hmm. Except for some of the weird ones.
So there are some ones that
I'm reading.
consent is good. Maybe just talk it through with your partner.
C&C is
read
great.
it together. Do a book club.
Yes.
And be like, what did you think of what we read? And then,
Just test the waters a little bit. Just see how their brain is working.
Yeah.
See how it's going.
see if there's avenues you can explore. Ones that you've never considered possible.
Yeah, and it opens up a whole new world. Like I'm reading a monster romance book where the guy has... I'm not going to say too much detail because it'll probably gross some people out. But it has tentacles, if that tells you.
Shut up. Okay, so every time I talk about this, I was like, Addison's like, in just like, she's got more recommendations that I haven't ventured into yet. And he's like, what is it, tentacles? And I was like, he's joking? But then you say this.
Okay, it's not just tentacles, though. It's a part of it. No, so he had...
I'm glad my dad doesn't know how to listen to a podcast.
My mom's gonna listen to this, but my mom
mom's getting
is
into it.
is getting into it.
Yes.
I'm so happy for you.
Yeah.
I love that you like them.
It's a fun journey.
It is. If anyone ever needs book recommendations, any of our listeners, I could do a whole episode. I read over 100 book. We should. Whenever we start getting bigger,
Yeah.
we can do a Patreon, and we can have a Patreon book club.
That would be really fun.
Yeah,
Cute.
that would be really nice. I still want to just do a book club with the ladies, though.
I would like that as
So,
well.
I'll
I used
send
to have so many
another.
more book clubs, and they all kind of just...
Yeah, nobody's got...
Life happens.
Adulthood is really hard.
It's busy.
Keeping up with stuff.
Don't have time.
No.
If you enjoyed that little story, be sure to watch the full episode here.
And make sure you like, subscribe, and all that jazzy.
Jazzy? I see what you did there. Wait, what was that?